Hi, my name is Mek, and today I'm going to be presenting my SS storyboard. So first off, let's talk about 3 articles that I found most interesting. So the first article is about Facebook and Twitter losing its popularity to Snapchat and Vine. Nowadays, Facebook and Twitter has lost its popularity to smaller apps such as Snapchat and Vine. The main reason to this is because many of the teenagers' parents are starting to go on them. This makes it hard for users, mostly teenagers, to share what they're doing, what's going on, and where they are, because they don't want their parents and relatives to know. This caught my attention because I really connected to this. I connected to this because personally, I also prefer Snapchat and Vine or newer apps over Facebook and Twitter, where everyone else is on. The next article I want to talk about is GMC and it to spend $30 million on its recalled cars. GMC, the American car brand, plans to spend approximately $300 million on its most recently recalled cars. Recently, many GMC customers have been having complications with their vehicle. GMC's recalled cars have mostly been due to defective switches, which could possibly disable airbags. This article really made me care because as I read through it, I wondered how this will affect the reputation of GMC as a brand and the reliability of their products, and nonetheless how I would have felt as one of their customers. The last article I found most interesting was Facebook and Oculus VR joining together. Facebook has just spent $2 billion on purchasing a company called Oculus VR. Oculus VR is a specifically designed gear to improve gaming experience. It is a headset that you put on, and everything you see is 3D and interactive. This really interested me because I was very caught on how these two companies can work together. Because Facebook is a social media company and Oculus VR is a game company. I think it will be very unusual for Facebook to create something with Oculus VR and impress us. Now I want to talk about one article that caused me to think differently about something. One article that caused me to think differently about something has definitely got to be the loss of MH370. This article about the loss of MH370 was a big impact on my perceptions on airplanes. This article made me think differently about airplanes because I feel I can't trust the airline anymore and the radar operators. The MH370 just randomly disappeared from the radar. This makes me feel unsure when flying, and if something happens, will people notice and come rescue? But as of now, I don't feel safe and comfortable to fly. Now I want to talk about my experience posting comments on Twitter. My experience posting comments were very positive. I really enjoyed posting comments because it allowed me to share my thoughts and opinions, and it also allowed me to know what others think. People also responded to my comments. It made me feel honored because they shared their opinions and also educated me with some new facts I hadn't known before. I want to talk about my thoughts on Twitter. For me, I think Twitter is a very fun way of sharing and getting to know what's going on in our busy world. My experience using Twitter is awesome because I get to know what other people are interested in and what their opinions are. In addition to that, I also really enjoy Twitter because you can retweet and favorite tweets you like or tweets that interest you. Did anyone follow me and how did that make me feel? A couple of people followed me. Most of them were my friends. It made me feel very privileged because I got to share my thoughts and opinions with my followers. Following someone was wonderful because we get to know that person better. For instance, we can know what their interests are by the topics they often tweet about. I don't have a certain amount of how many people I want to follow my Twitter site, but it would be good if I had a lot because then I can share information that's going on with my followers. And the last thing I want to talk about is the 140 characters limit for Twitter updates. I think 140 characters are not enough for Twitter updates. I say so because these can make your sentences grammatically and punctually incorrect. Sometimes when you come across an interesting topic you want to share, you want to tweet a lot about it. And when there's a 140 characters limit, you try to fit everything. Or sometimes you can't even fit what you want to say because the limit is so small. The advantages of Twitter are that you get to share and know others' ideas and opinions, and you can say things in a few words that explain a lot. Also, you can retweet and favorite tweets you like. However, a disadvantage of using Twitter is that you have a limit of the characters you want to tweet, and you might not be able to write about something as much as you want to. Thank you.